So if you're one of those people who's always on the move, living and working between countries, you know that your finances have got to keep up. Today, we're going to dive into a technology that's really fixing global payments for people who, live without limits.
Oh, man, it's that feeling, right? I think we've all been there. You're at a cafe in some new city, you go to pay for your coffee, and declined. That split second of panic? It's a classic symptom of a banking system that just was not built for a global lifestyle.
And really, that's the heart of the problem we're tackling today. The old financial system, the rails it runs on, they just weren't designed for a world where your office can be anywhere you can get a Wi-Fi signal. So let's break down exactly where that friction comes from.
Yeah, this section is all about those specific pain points. The moments that happen when your financial tools are stuck in one country, but you aren't.
This quote from our source material just nails it. It says it all, really. Your bank is a local thing with local rules. It's built to serve people who live at one fixed address. And its security systems, they often see you traveling the world as a threat, not a lifestyle.
So what does that actually feel like in the real world? Well, it looks like your payment for a rental car getting blocked because you're in a, quote, suspicious country. It's your entire card getting frozen until you can call a support line that's only open during business hours in a time zone that's 8 hours behind you. Or you try to open a local account only to be told you need a utility bill for an apartment you don't have. It's just a constant headache.
Okay, but what if there was a system built from the ground up specifically for borderless transactions? Well, that's exactly where crypto cards come in. They offer a genuine fix for these really deep-rooted problems.
And I love this slide because it just lays it all out, side by side. On the left, you see all the headaches we just talked about. Blocked payments, geo restrictions, all of it. And then on the right, you see the direct solutions from crypto cards. The power to pay anywhere. And crucially, to have full control over your own money without having to ask a bank for permission.
So here's the magic trick, right? A crypto card lets you tap into that massive global Visa and Mastercard network, but it's all funded by your crypto. What that means is you can convert your crypto into local currency, like euros or yen, at the exact moment you pay. You completely bypass that old banking system that causes all those frustrating blocks and restrictions. And look, let's be totally honest here. When you're thousands of miles from home and you need to pay for a hotel or a last-minute flight, having reliable access to your money isn't just some nice little feature. It is absolutely essential. It's the difference between an amazing trip and a complete disaster.
Okay, so the idea is great, but now the market is just exploding with options, and you have to know not all crypto cards are the same, especially for travelers. So let's run through a quick checklist for how to choose the right one for you.
All right, first up, you've got your exchange-based cards. You've probably seen these from the big names like Binance or Coinbase, and they can be great if you already live your whole life on that one platform. But for a traveler, they often come with a big catch: geo restrictions. Many are only available if you're resident of a specific country, and boom, you're right back where you started.
Then you have these independent fintech cards. And these are the specialists. See, instead of being just another feature on a trading platform, these cards are built from the ground up with one person in mind: the global user. Their entire reason for being is seamless, real-world spending and flexible onboarding for people who just don't fit into that traditional residential box.
And last up, there's this category called white label. Now think of this as the engine room. These are the companies that provide the tech for other brands to launch their own card programs. This is important to know about because it means more choices and more specialized cards are popping up for users just like you. So with all that in mind, how do you actually choose? Well, here's your cheat sheet, your 6-point travel-ready test. Number 1, does it work worldwide, not just in a few countries? Can you add it to Apple Pay or Google Pay? Does it convert your crypto instantly when you pay? Are the fees clear and upfront? And this is a big one. Can you sign up easily as a non-resident, and can you top it up fast? This list right here separates the real travel tools from the toys.
So let's make this real for a second. We're going to look at an example called Pintopay, and this quote just frames it perfectly. It's not just about being a payment tool, it's about integrating into a completely mobile way of life.
And bam, this right here shows you what I'm talking about. A single number, over 150 countries. That is the kind of global coverage a true traveler actually needs. It means your card is just as likely to work in a coffee shop in Bali as it is in an airport in Berlin.
And if you look at the features, it's almost like it was built using our checklist, right? You've got mobile wallet integration, that massive global footprint, support for the big cryptocurrencies, for fast top-ups, and a design that's all about, you guessed it, getting rid of that border friction.
All right, so let's pull back for a minute. What's the bigger picture here? What does all this tech actually do for us? Well, it enables a life with fewer artificial barriers. A life where your ability to get things done isn't dictated by your passport or a piece of paper that proves where you live.
And this is a point I really want to drive home. This stuff isn't some far-off futuristic idea anymore. For the millions of people living and working all over the planet, this technology is a practical, necessary tool for right now.
It really all boils down to a few simple but really powerful ideas. It's about being able to travel lighter. And I don't just mean with less stuff in your suitcase, but with less financial stress and fewer roadblocks.
It's about being able to pay smarter, using a system that's built for the internet, built for a world without borders, instead of trying to jam an old system into a world where it just doesn't fit anymore.
And at the end of the day, it's about the freedom to truly live globally, without your bank account constantly trying to pull you back to one specific place on a map. You know, when your money can move as freely as you do, it fundamentally changes your relationship with the world. Barriers just seem to melt away, and opportunities that felt complicated or out of reach suddenly become simple.
So I guess the only question left to ask is this. As the world keeps getting more connected and work keeps getting more remote, it's not really a question of if finance will adopt, it's is your wallet ready for the change that's already here?